And we're back. Nerds in the Gym podcast. I think that's what we're doing. I'm Brandon.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Marco, and today is March 22nd, 2021. You're doing that like Alec Baldwin thing? Or like he does like weird things with his faces?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not doing any kind of an Alec Baldwin.
Uh-oh, the camera's going again?
Oh, hey. Oh, we're looking up there now.
He did that face a lot in The Cat in the Hat.
I don't think you, I disagree with you.
I think it's Alec Baldwin in that movie.
Alec Baldwin was in Cat in the Hat.
He was the Cat in the Hat. What is going on with my camera? All right.
I don't know, but I saw he did that face a lot, and it was great.
Oh, I'm sorry. We get in the way of snack time?
Oh, well, I like how we wait. Like he was waiting for me to sign on to do this, so he had ample time to eat his cake.
I've ate about half.
And then he waits till the microphone gets an inch from his face.
Yeah, no, you're not going
to start smacking.
Put that away.
It's delicious.
Ridiculous.
It's healthy. It's carrot cake.
It's not. Come on. First of all, carrot cake is not cake. That's basically a vegetable. You should never put vegetables in cake.
It's not as good as Mother's. It's some bakery kind that she bought.
Why don't you tell that to Mother? You won't.
No,
I would never say it to her face, but her baking is way better than the store stuff.
Yeah. All right. So, can we just start going on topics now?
Yeah. What do you want for?
Nope. We're still doing catch up. Joe, we missed you last week. What happened?
Well, I got a new tractor delivered to my house, and they gave me like a time window, so I wasn't sure when I'd be able to come. And honestly, I was so giddy and excited for it that I wouldn't have been useful on this podcast anyway. Would have been a lot of shrill laughter.
It's one of the few things I can do on a construction site.
Marco actually did a pretty good job using the tractor the other day. I'll give it to him. For his first time on there, he operated the controls well. He only jumped in fear once or twice. It was pretty good.
It's when it got higher and lower. I didn't like that.
He's been spending a lot of time on the tractor simulator online.
He probably
Actually, I did play Farming Simulator over the summer. And there's a lot of tractors that you use in that game.
Now it all makes sense, everybody.
He's just sitting in the basement with a cowboy hat on, wearing Kenny Chesney.
Yeah, my Indiana Jones fedora.
He's actually been playing a lot of Flight Simulator and spent about 20 minutes trying to get the landing gear to come out of the tractor.
We are clear for liftoff on the runway. It's not like a fighter pilot simulator. It's just like a normal airliner.
Commercial airline, yeah.
I'm Marco. I'm your captain today. The 4:45 to Phoenix. We're looking at about 2 hours, a little bit of cross breeze, and just buckle in and have a good time.
You need to pause more. They pause so much.
Marco had his mouth open, so I did not want to risk him jumping in the middle of this and just being like, planes are fun.
No, it's kind of like Barack Obama talking. He has those long pauses with the in between. That's how airline people talk.
Do you think that he flew Air Force One?
No, he didn't fly it. But he backseat flew it.
He backseat orated the flying of it?
Yeah.
He gave all the...
That's exactly what he did.
Well, yeah, so I got my new tractor. What happened with you guys last week? Don't tell me about podcast stuff. I don't care about that. Just in the last week that I saw you.
I haven't gotten a lot of sleep in the past week.
Did you guys actually...
Yeah. Now we're going Howard Stern.
There we go.
Why weren't you getting a lot of sleep, Marco?
I don't know. I wasn't sleeping well last week. I don't know why.
Yeah, too much caffeine in that diet?
No.
Yeah. It's because he's on the carnivore diet, so all the pasta's really getting to him.
No, all the carrots.
That carnivore diet, he's just so stuffed on peanut butter.
I stopped doing the carnivore diet a while ago, but my acne cleared up.
Never was doing the carnivore diet.
I did it for like 2 weeks.
Twice.
That's the joke.
I did it for 2 weeks.
He's like,
he had a steak and assumed he was on the carnivore diet.
I didn't even eat steak on the carnivore diet.
Been doing this thing called the omnivore diet. It's pretty much where you eat whatever you want, and you tell people you have a very unique, special diet.
Ridiculous.
I look like I'm in like a prisoner of war.
You too.
Look at my background. Other than my Pablo Picasso.
I love how your camera just keeps drifting here and there.
I've got a camera guy. Gerald, study the camera. Sorry, guys. It's embarrassing. Gerald makes very little money and has Parkinson's disease. I'm paying him pennies on the dollar to hold this camera.
Or like Michael J. Fox?
To pay for his Parkinson's medication. No, not like Michael J. Fox. He's an actor, not a cameraman. Dumb.
But they're both in the Hollywood industry and have Parkinson's.
Michael J. Fox is a saint, you son of a bitch.
Have you ever seen Back to the Future 3? I didn't know who I was until I saw that.
I saw one.
Which one?
The first one.
And no, Marco, it was probably 2.
Right. Yeah, the first one, where he goes to the future. You know that one?
Whatever one they go back in time to, like, the cowboy.
That's the third.
That's the third one?
Yeah, Marco hasn't seen it, but of course he knows that little detail.
No, I haven't seen the entire movie, but I remember the third one being on the TV on a trip to Florida one time.
I've never seen it, but I did see the behind-the-scenes making documentary.
Oh! Also, there's an Easter egg in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. There's a remake of a map called Standoff, and it's this old western town they made, and there's Easter eggs that allude to Back to the Future 3.
Well, that's perfect timing since Easter's coming right around the corner. What happens if you collect all the Easter eggs?
You get an achievement.
Candy?
No.
Is candy the achievement?
Just a little virtual award on the PlayStation.
This is the worst egg hunt I've ever heard of.
Well, no, this wasn't like really like an Easter egg hunt. There's Easter egg hunts for like other video games.
Easter egg hunt 2 for the N64.
Never played the first one. Second one's great.
I was a little confused. They didn't let me use my own controller. They made me use the new controller. I don't like that.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Not this again. I can't do this again. I can't have the conversation about this controller again. Did you guys talk Impractical Jokers last week?
Yes.
We did, but we put a caveat that we would talk about it again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good for podcasting.
Acknowledge me.
What did you guys talk about?
We were talking about the review from the week prior. They didn't have an episode this past week, but the episode where they did Joe and Sal were on the balcony.
Yeah, that was hilarious. That was pretty good. The punishment was weak. That was a good episode. Is that also the one where they were hiring people for a security job? That was brilliant. I love when they do that, when they bring people to apartments and they create a weird scenario. My question is, how did all 4 people agree to do that job? One of them, they had a guy chained to a radiator, chained to his desk, doing work, and the guy still was like, "Yeah, I'll take the job."
And they had him drink water out of a dog bowl.
Yeah, drink water. I mean, just the whole thing. I mean, literally.
Another one, they took a guy's hair off.
That was hilarious.
When they fired him.
They cut the guy's hair, and Murr had it on his head.
Yeah.
That was, and then he was firing him to give the new guy that job. How uncomfortable is that?
And the guy took it right from him.
Yeah.
So I just don't know if it's just saying like, oh yeah, people are really hurting for work, or I want to know what they offered as pay. But even the guy that thought there was a ghost.
Yeah.
Oh, I also came up with a brilliant idea. I told Brandon they should have an uncensored version of the show that you could pay extra for.
Yeah,
it was one of those things I stopped because he had a good idea.
Yeah.
And I had no comment back that would hurt his feelings.
I don't understand why they don't show more behind the scenes. It seems like you have hours of footage that you just don't make any money off of.
I feel like they make them into episodes, don't they?
So,
because I've done the rewatch, and every season there seems to be a behind-the-scenes episode.
They also
I
think they add episodes that don't air, but if you go on like on demand and stuff, there's like a couple episodes added on to the seasons. That's some behind-the-scenes stuff.
Yeah, but they should have a whole nother show because they have that show where they have like the post-it notes come up.
Yeah.
And they make a whole nother market off of that. Why not have that be a whole behind-the-scenes show?
I don't know.
Double your show.
I think when
the same, they're filming it.
I think when they come to HBO or whatever, they'll definitely start hammering that stuff in there.
When
they're on HBO now.
Oh, they are?
Oh, yeah.
They'll probably wait.
HBO's got all the seasons.
Gerald, hang on, guys. Hang on 1 second here. Gerald fell asleep. Too much of his Parkinson's medication.
Is that getting?
What?
Will that get us canceled?
No, he's got Parkinson's. I'm not making it up.
Okay.
I mean, I'm making the guy up. But he, in my imaginary world, has Parkinson's. It's the same.
Who's there?
Yeah, I'll be right there.
Okay.
All right, he'll be right back.
I just.
So are you and I going to talk about Jokers again without him?
No, we won't talk about
the same conversation from last week. All right, Marco, what do we have on the docket for topics?
Oh man, this is an interesting one. As of March 8th, Papa John has not said the N-word in 20 months, and he has been working on removing it from his vocabulary and denies accusations of racism.
I mean, that's a possibility. Go ahead with the next one.
Oh, the next line? Or the next?
Oh, no, I figure if we get topics, and then we can see which ones we're going to hit.
Fully vaccinated people can now gather indoors without masks, says CDC. Ooh. And then the last one was Activision CEO took a $200 million bonus after laying off 50 employees.
It's based on how many cases you get.
What does Activision do? Is there a way to mute his mic?
I have no idea, but this is... can you hear it? I muted him.
Okay, there you go.
Well,
just because we're hearing their whole conversation.
I know. We're putting it on air! Everybody can know it. No, so Activision, they are the publishers of the Call of Duty series and the Overwatch game. So the 50 employees that were laid off are all part of the competitive portion of the company, and they laid off those people because they said that in the future, as opposed to doing like indoor live events, they will have the people do it remotely through online play. And now like a bunch of the competitive people are super upset about it because they want to do like the indoor live events in front of crowds. Oh, let me unmute him. I don't know how to unmute him now. So there may be a problem. I muted him but can't unmute him.
Why is that?
I don't know. Hey Brandon, you want to do a Google for me and see how I can unmute him?
Joe, if you can hear us, can you unmute yourself?
Oh, there he is.
There we go.
Hey guys.
Okay, we muted you because we were listening to your entire conversation.
That was Blaine Friedman.
Ah, cool.
From Friedman Steel.
So if you guys need steel, go to Blaine Friedman's Steel.
Friedman Steel.
Friedman Steel.
But realistically, if you're not a company, probably not. He will not enjoy that.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't come here because we can't help you.
But while you're there and you want a quick workout, go somewhere else. We don't do quick workouts.
Are you guys talking about Marco's frustration with Call of Duty?
No, we were talking about
the
Activision CEO. So Activision publishes the Call of Duty and games, and the CEO took a $200 million bonus after laying off 50 employees.
Interesting.
And now, like, all the shareholders and stuff are super upset with him.
That's not too surprising.
So I don't know, I don't know if they can really do anything, but
yeah, I don't
know. We were talking. I did bring up the topic that as of March 8th, Papa John has not said the N-word in 20 months and has been working on removing it from his vocabulary and denies accusations of racism.
They should put a chalkboard in every Papa John's and says it's been X amount of days, this many days since our CEO has said the N-word.
I don't think he's the CEO.
I don't think he's anything now. I think he's just the guy that used to run Papa John's.
Yeah. I think Shaquille O'Neal is.
He's running a pizza place called Grandpa Joe's. It's a little shack on the side of the road. He runs it out of his van. He will be back on top. He will be.
Yeah,
he's starting an upstart pizza company. In the deep, deep South, Papa John lies awake, waiting for the day of his pizza.
He can hang out at the Capitol.
So do you think he works with like a therapist or something to do this, or like it's just he's doing it on his own?
I'm sure that some
Either way,
Larry, all right, I'm sure some guru approached him, and they were like, "Oh, I can totally help you. Just pay me $200,000 a year, and we'll make sure you never say the N-word again." And it's just some random shyster.
It's just surprising that
either way, it shouldn't take 20 months.
Well, he hasn't said it in 20 months.
He said he's been working hard the last 20 months from what I read.
Right, yeah. So he said that I've been working hard to remove that word from my vocabulary, which I feel like shouldn't be that long of a process.
Up next on the tank, a former pizza mogul trying to get back on top. Damon, are you sure you don't want in?
What if he just showed up in blackface? Because in some misguided attempt to seem diverse, he's like, this will be perfect. So is he, do you think that he's racist, or is he just, like, I don't want to say retarded, but retarded? Does he just not know how dumb he is?
I think he's at this point where he made so much money and had no one telling him no.
Yeah, he just
kind of did what he wanted.
Yeah, it's crazy. It is nice, though. I would rather know, right? Like, I would rather know that people are racist, terrible people than have it be hidden. That is probably my biggest issue with the cancel culture, is everyone's so worried to say stuff now, but now you just get a bunch of racists hiding as opposed to being out in the open. Wouldn't you want to know?
Yeah.
Like, I'd like to know, because now I'm not going to buy Papa John's pizza anymore.
Well, you can now. He's not part of the company.
Some other racist probably running it now.
That's why I got their stuffed crust pizza a couple weeks ago. Shaquille O'Neal runs it.
Did you get the hanger delivered to the gym?
What?
Did you get that hanger delivered to the gym?
No.
Oh, right.
Why?
There was a hanger bag in the trash.
Oh, yeah, no, that wasn't me.
It was a belt. A belt looped around it.
That sounds like a great idea. It's right down the street.
It's so weird the things people eat at that gym.
It is very strange.
It's one thing like when you were there all day and you were just eating lunch, but like I'll just show up there and there'll be the most random fast food.
So weird.
Every morning someone's got like 8 Starbucks cups. I was just like, who's drinking Starbucks right before a workout?
That would be capital B.
Yeah, she gets some for like a whole like entourage of them.
Yeah, I think she brings a bunch in, so then they come in, there's a million Starbucks cups and packets of sugar everywhere. And now we're going to get ants.
Well, luckily it's a gym.
Right. Ants are very strong.
Yeah.
Anybody watch the Snyder Cut? I haven't had the extra 4 hours to.
So here's the problem.
Isn't it broken up into 6 parts?
Yeah, if you stop it 6 times.
No, I think there is like 6 chapters or something to it.
Yeah, they're scenes, Marco. The movie is not one continuous shot.
Yeah, but
they're scenes. Just stop.
It's 6 acts.
Yeah, but every movie is broken up into acts. You just don't watch it.
No, I know, but I think it actually labels them. So then, like, because it's 4 hours, if you watch it like part by part, it's easier to get through.
Yeah, but what am I gonna do? Stop and come back?
Yeah.
That's gonna take longer than 4 hours.
Come on, Marco.
You watch when you have time. That would make like 6 45-minute episodes.
Yep. 6 is such a peculiar way to divide that because it's like 6 40-minute episodes. Like if I'm getting ready to watch a movie, I've got 2 hours.
That's kind of like The Mandalorian.
Yeah, but that was designed as a miniseries. Yeah. So, did you watch it yet, Marco?
No, but I heard it's very good.
And you didn't watch it, Brendan?
Did you watch it?
No.
Oh, I was like, if he's the one that watched it out of the 3 of us, like, gag me with a spoon, guys. Did not see that coming.
But Kate was not having it. And I didn't even tell her it was 4 hours. That was just, do you want to watch? And then as soon as I say comic book, the answer is no.
So, I watched a comparison of the differences between the original cut and Snyder's cut, which was like a 17-minute video.
He didn't see the original one either. So
no, I know.
A comparison of 2 movies he didn't see.
So, did he reshoot?
Some of it.
Okay.
They did do. No spoilers, by the way, Marco, since you watched a comparison of 2 movies you didn't see.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about this already, right? I think. Did we talk about the whole story behind what happened?
Yeah, how he had to leave due to family reasons.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So it wasn't like it was taken away from him.
Yeah.
You know he did The Watchmen too. The Watchmen movie.
Yes, not the show.
Not the show. It's the only reason why I'm excited about watching the Justice League is because The Watchmen was amazing. I have zero interest in the Justice League.
But
I like.
Wasn't Zack Snyder? Didn't he produce the Batman movies, the Christian Bale ones?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I think he was a part of it. But Ben Affleck said after the Snyder Cut he would come. He will look into coming back after the Flash movie to play Batman.
Which it just means everyone hates Joss Whedon.
Yeah.
But also, Batman has been. I mean, Ben Affleck has been hired and fired and left and returned as Batman more times in the last 2 years than anyone.
I think he'll do it if Snyder is leading the way for the Snyderverse.
Maybe.
Isn't it funny that Joss Whedon was everyone's favorite director for about 2 years, and then now everybody hates him?
Doesn't he have a bunch of allegations against him now too?
Yeah.
Oh, does he? I have no idea.
They haven't gotten into specifics, but pretty much the entire Buffy cast has come out and said what a monster he is.
Really? Like sexual assault stuff?
They won't say. They're like, we won't say what he did, so that means they're under a non-disclosure.
Well, see, the thing is, I'm okay with it if he mentally and emotionally tormented him to make good movies. I'm fine with that. They're actors. They're playthings for the director. But the sexual assault allegations is the crazy one, especially because he's kind of on the, he's a pretty liberal guy. He's outspoken liberal, so they always like to go after the people in their own party,
My thing is, I just guess I didn't realize how much people cared about directors. Like Joss Whedon, I think I get him mixed up with the other guy. I think he did one of the Avengers, right?
You're thinking that Gunn?
Nope, that's a Guardians.
Right. Who are you thinking Joss Whedon?
So I get Joss Whedon mixed up with the guy with the glasses that did Star Wars, the first two.
J.J. Abrams?
That's the one. I get those two mixed up.
So Joss Whedon is Buffy, and he did Firefly and the Serenity movie subsequently. And then he got into the Marvel.
Okay. And J.J. Abrams, Star Wars, Star Trek, Mission Impossible 3.
Yeah.
Okay, we figured it out. So now I can stop yelling at Star Wars.
Yeah, you can stop yelling.
But one of the biggest.
Brandon Tom's favorite show, Angel.
The spinoff.
This Buffy spinoff.
But there's three big creative design choices between the movies. Snyder went for a darker tone as opposed to doing widescreen.
We don't want to hear about it.
Why?
Because you're just referencing a YouTube video. None of us have seen the movie.
Yes, and
it's not. I only want your take on it. I don't want you to.
Well, no, this is something that you can.
I'll go watch the YouTube video.
There are two things that I saw just from the trailer versions. Just it's darker in color is one big thing.
That's not.
But yeah, it's just the saturation is lower in this one to create a darker tone. But then the other thing is the original one they try to make
my face melting with boredom.
Next topic.
Marco, it'd be one thing if you saw both movies. You haven't seen either movie, and you're trying to tell us the differences between them based on a YouTube video that you watched. And the one thing you came up with was it's darker.
It's darker.
Yeah. The other.
Am I the crazy one? Brandon? Am I crazy, or is he crazy?
No, the other one.
No, I give him a little more rope than you do. You leash him in really quick. I'm just let him do his thing.
Man.
Because I realize otherwise he doesn't get to talk unless he's being made fun of. Fast and Furious 9 is supposed to come out this summer. Push back another month, guys.
Oh, darn it all.
We've already waited a year.
Because I was so excited to see them in space.
Space, Marco. They've already gone too fast on Earth.
Wait, are they going to space?
I don't know if it's confirmed, but that's the rumor.
Come on.
That's the one with John Cena. That was one of our first podcasts this past summer.
Do you think Elon Musk gets a cameo and gives them the tools to get to space?
They couldn't afford Elon Musk.
I also love how, in this scenario, you have, what's Vin Diesel's character's name?
Don Toretto.
Don Toretto. So you have Don Toretto somehow, surprisingly, has a brother that we've never heard about before.
Never referenced in 10 movies.
Also, like an extreme secret agent trained killer. And somehow the guy that was racing cars 9 years ago is an equal match for him because they're brothers. Like, he lived his whole life training and becoming this killer, and Vin Diesel just like fell into a couple missions accidentally. And now they're equal match partners that are going to fight each other. Doesn't make any sense.
It's really a nature versus nurture debate, and I'm really glad Fast and Furious is tackling this.
It's going after it's good. And then the sister is shown beating the hell out of people in the trailer. She doesn't have any training yet. Who trained her? There's all these untrained people just beating the hell out of other people.
It's bum fights. That's what it is.
Yeah, stop eating the cake, Marco. We're doing a podcast.
You had time before to eat the cake.
I was muted.
It doesn't matter.
No, you weren't muted.
No,
We can see you on the screen if you're muted or not. You just moved the microphone away.
Yeah, when I move this up, when it clicks into place, right there, it mutes the mic.
Marco, stop eating cake on the podcast.
I'm glad he was athletic, because otherwise he would have gotten beaten up hard in high school. Like, I feel like he had just enough athleticism that they were just like, no, we're not gonna do this.
I think it might have been more that, like, what are you gonna gain from beating him up?
Sense of pride.
It was. Yeah, I mean, it's not like he's no threat.
Ridiculous.
I don't know the problem with what I just did.
Stop eating cake on the podcast. What are you doing now?
Remember last week when I wanted to eat lunch before the podcast? So I said, hey, give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back. I think that was more the move you should have made.
And, like, if you've listened to any podcast ever, they always talk about how you can't eat on a podcast. It drives people nuts. That's like the number one rule of podcasting.
Would you like my Joe Rogan impression of that?
Yeah,
guys, don't chew on the mic. People are going to complain. Guys, don't chew. Well, why'd you bring a meat and cheese board to this podcast if you didn't want people eating it, Joe?
Did you see that Callan was back in Fighter and the Kid?
Mm-hmm.
I did.
They were I think both of them. He was on like back-to-back episodes. Maybe there was one in between,
Mm-hmm.
and they were one of the most downloaded episode back on, and it was great. It was so wonderful to have him on there.
It was honestly just like they missed no time.
No, he comes right back.
I was so bummed when all of a sudden out of nowhere, so those two came up, got really happy, listened to him. Then the weeks go on and he's just gone again.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if that was their way of testing to see what their sponsors would allow.
Yeah, and it looks like Dalia's back too.
Yeah, he's made 2 podcasts.
Right,
recently.
I haven't listened to him.
I never really listened to Dalia's podcast to begin with. I'll do like a 5-minute clip.
Yeah, I would listen to it just to get his take because he hasn't been around for a year. I'd be interested to see what he talks about that first one back.
I didn't listen to it. I clicked on it and then clicked away. Gave him the view.
Didn't you send it to us in the group chat?
No, that was his. There was a 10-minute clip of him coming back, like just talking about what's going on. But then since then, he's released 2 like full podcasts.
Gotcha. Anytime you send a 10-minute video in the group chat, I hate to break it to you, it's just like you got to either tell me why I need to watch this 10-minute video.
Oh,
or
I
I'm
didn't
probably
watch
not gonna
it.
get back to it. So why would I waste my time?
I just sent it to you guys so that you guys knew that he came back.
That's why he sends.
Then say Chris D'Elia's back. Anything I know Joe should see, I send it to him individually because I know he's not going to click on it.
I'm just going to ignore it. I still have you guys muted on the group message too. So sometimes I look at my phone. I've got 10 messages from you guys. I maybe look at 3 of the most recent ones tops. I'm not diving back 10 messages deep.
Oh man, that's my favorite thing to do in the morning.
Let's go through the group chat.
Mm-hmm.
You guys want to know my favorite thing that I've been doing recently?
Play with your tractor.
I mean, that's been fun too. Let me just read some tweets and let's see what you guys think of these tweets. Ready?
I know exactly where this is going.
On a story about 2 German shepherds belonging to President Joe Biden, they had some aggressive behavior. So someone I know tweeted, they must be having a rough day. And put that out to Twitter. RUF, rough day.
How popular was that? Did that get a lot of retweets?
No.
It got no and no likes. Here's another one.
Because I tweeted it at like 6 in the morning.
Yeah, but that was what, a week ago?
I don't know.
This is all one sentence with no appropriate punctuation. Mike Myers, The Cat in the Hat, then apostrophe, 10 out of 10 movie. That's it. That's all he tweets. Mike Myers, The Cat in the Hat, 10 out of 10 movie.
It's great. Brandon,
A
back me up.
failed movie from 2002. No, I wouldn't even watch it when I was a kid.
It's so funny.
This is him getting serious. All right, you ready for this?
Oh, this should be good.
Out to Treyarch. Mark, you want to explain what Treyarch is?
Oh, they're the developers for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War.
With the Season 2 update, will there be any weapon balancing? And if so, can we get a little bit of information on what is being balanced?
And guess what? Weapon update this Thursday, people.
It must have been that tweet that has 0 likes, 0 shares. Oh, it's got 2 likes. 2 people liked it.
Is one him?
And one is him, and the other one's Mike.
Oh, Mike. Yeah, I got Mike to like it. That's right.
It's our boy Mike.
Shout out to Mike. Marco, this is also not a thing for you to make your tweets worse, so we read them to make fun of you.
That's fine.
That is terrifying.
Oh, man.
Marco, why do you like your own tweets?
So then the developers will see them?
These 2 boys from the 413 area code are pretty upset, guys.
So here's another serious one. At Drift0R. Who is that?
Oh, that's Drifter. He's a Call of Duty YouTuber.
We literally have some guy live streaming about using Chronos, Zens, and Strike Packs to cheat in video games. Mm-hmm. He even has a bunch of videos explaining how you do it. He needs to be banned.
He actually DM'd me after.
Did he?
Yeah.
Because he didn't like it. Like your tweet.
No, he DM'd me first.
Oh, here's Marco complaining about a controller.
Oh, yes.
On a PlayStation ad that says gaming is for all of us, Marco replied, if gaming is for all of us, then what about PS5 players? We don't have a DualSense to play PS5 games with. I don't
know. The scuff is this controller here with the buttons on the back.
Don't care.
Nope, we're not giving you a platform.
No.
How many of these are you going to go through?
That's about it recently.
Yeah.
A lot of complaining about weapon balancing.
There hasn't been a weapon balancing update since December 10th.
It means nothing to me.
That means a lot to me.
I ain't playing anything until I get my scuffed DualSense. He's really on about this scuffed DualSense thing.
Yeah, but he's still playing, so it's an idle threat.
They called you up.
I'm not playing anymore because my controller's broken.
You do realize they probably assume this is a 12-year-old kid tweeting them?
Right, they look at the picture and you can tell that I'm clearly at least 15.
I don't think they're looking at the picture, Marco.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe they should. Or no, maybe that's weird.
Dogecoin is making me bank,
yes.
Marco says.
It did.
And then he's got a video of Bert Kreischer naked in the shower.
That I retweeted, I think. That's when him and Tom were promoting the 2 Bears, 1 Sap.
Interesting.
I'm sure they had no other promotion for that.
No, they did, but that was like the funniest one they tweeted out, I think.
Hey, Marco, did you watch 2 Bears, 1 Sap?
No. And I paid for it.
Neither. I was trying to remember why I didn't watch it. It was because it was behind a paywall.
Also, didn't watch the Super Bowl. I did. You didn't.
I'm not. No.
You're like, so I have to watch the Super Bowl and this and pay for it?
Imagine if they had like the Super Bowl behind a paywall.
Yeah, it's called
cable. Happen someday.
That's why you pay for cable.
Do you even need, like, you're talking about like Spectrum and stuff? Like, you have to pay for Spectrum to get it?
however you get it on your TV.
We're not going to have this conversation. Move on to the next.
Well,
topic,
just
please.
basic cable, you can't watch it. Like
we're not talking about
where does he think
we're not going
the
to talk
TV
about
comes from? Is my question.
Mom
streaming.
Mom pays.
Your mom has to pay for it, Marco.
No, I know she pays for it. Probably wait.
All right, what's up on nerd news today, Marco?
I don't have any nerd news. I gave you some. I talked about Papa John. I talked about Activision laying off 50 people and then giving the CEO $200 million bonus.
Not nerd news.
Brandon, do you have any nerd news?
William Shatner is celebrating his 90th birthday.
Wow, that's
Happy
crazy.
birthday to William Shatner.
So what is William Shatner known for?
He was the original Captain Kirk on Star Trek. Yeah.
If you want a show that's funny and a little dark, it's called Boston Legal. It was on early 2000s. What?
I thought you were going to say Star Trek.
No.
Wait, he's 90? He doesn't look 90.
It's all the steroids.
I guess we're giving props to Captain Kirk. He also had a music career, Marco.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Check out his Rocket Man on YouTube.
He got divorced at the age of 88? That's a bold move.
It's called Hollywood Baby.
It's Hollywood Baby. You know who's up there too? Bob Barker.
Oh, that's right.
He's still kicking him.
Wait, isn't he the one that was in Happy Gilmore?
He was. Price is wrong, Bob.
Wait, I thought he died.
No.
Nope.
Didn't.
Oh, no, he is still going. Oh, he's 97.
97 years old.
He retired like 10 years ago, too.
That man is a saint. I know, yeah, he was working well into his 80s.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know how hard it was for him, but good for him.
Good for him.
After we lost Alice Trebek, we have to protect him at all cost.
It's true. You got to keep Bob safe. Old BB. Bob Barker.
Well, you can't protect him, like, for too long. Eventually, he'll just die of natural causes.
Threat? Are you threatening
No, I'm
him?
not threatening him. I'm just saying eventually nature's going to take its course.
Marco's going to get swatted. SWAT's going to show up. Did you threaten Bob Barker? Gerald, the camera. All right, sorry, guys. I'm back. Well,
I'm trying to think of what else we got. Unfortunately, it's been a slow week because you guys probably didn't watch Falcon Winter Soldier, right?
No.
for sure.
Majestic.
Yeah.
Harrison
Trying to think
Ford,
what I did.
78.
I watched that Care a lot, but I'm sure you guys didn't watch that.
Watched what?
I heard good things.
It's
but
good.
I heard good things from Bert, so I don't.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I don't want to say too much about it, but it's definitely worth watching. It almost had it's the only thing that was weird is it was kind of surreal at some points and then very realistic. So it kind of went back and forth between being kind of fictional and dramatic, which was a little weird. But other than that, it was quite good.
Anyone famous in it?
Yeah, it's got Peter Dinklage in it, and let me see who the main lady is.
Just Peter Dinklage play the old person she takes care of.
No, actually, he plays a Russian mafia boss.
As one does.
Rosamund Pike, Peter Dinklage. That's pretty much the big names.
We're getting Peter Dinklage in a movie.
It's getting a lot of buzz.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. I enjoyed it. I don't know what else I've seen recently. Been watching a lot of Shark Tank. Pretty much my go-to. Oh, I showed Kate the Misfits. Brought the Misfits back.
No, the superhero one?
Yeah.
How's that going?
It's been great because I only watched it once. I only watched that first time through because I didn't want to go back because that the cast changed so much over a couple of years. Yeah, is it still going on? Are they still doing new episodes of that?
No, I think it ended after 5 or 6.
Okay, let me pull that up. If anyone,
that's one of the rare ones I found first.
Yeah, right. You gave that one to me, didn't you?
Yeah, I threw it to you. I was like, hey, you should check it out. And then the big part was you actually watched it.
Yeah, I
usually it's one of those things where it's like, oh, no, I'm good.
Well, you had me with the British. I like the British shows.
That was back when British shows were hard to find.
Yeah.
Marco, what are you doing?
I'm trying to move my seat, but it's like stuck on my blanket.
He's that kid that wants attention at the dinner party. No, Misfits was great. I found that when Hulu was free.
Right, yeah.
And just before it got into 40 hours of commercials.
Yeah.
But no, that was back when British TV was harder to get to.
Right. Yeah, because In-Betweeners, that one, Man Down, that was a good one too. That was another one that I listened to you and watched.
Yeah, how would you watch British TV shows before streaming?
It was torrent.
That's all it was. But the thing is, you had to get the news to find out that it was happening.
Right.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of, the next one you guys should watch. Amazon Prime has it. It's called Plebs. Plebs.
You've told me about that before.
I've been pushing it hard, but now it's easily to be accessed.
It's on Amazon Prime?
Amazon Prime.
Baby.
Yeah. Does Ricky Gervais have a problem with Steve Carell?
No.
Or is that a joke?
It's a joke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it's a bit that they do.
Oh, okay.
What is that noise? What are you doing now?
Filling up my water.
He's got to rehydrate because he didn't have time before the podcast to fill up a cup of water.
No, I've already drank a cup throughout the podcast.
Yeah, get your mic nice and close to that.
All right, guys. I hate to be the one to call it. I think we're
burnt out. Yeah.
No, there hasn't been much news recently. It's just a slow part of the year.
Yeah.
Because most of the time you get information on nerdy stuff, it's summertime and the holiday season. What? That's when all the nerdy stuff is released.
I mean, we could talk about the Oscars if you want, but
wait, the Oscars happen?
I don't think anybody. The Oscar nominations happened.
All right, give them to me. Where are they?
Wait, was Bill Burr there?
I didn't think we were actually going to do it.
Is that what he was? Is that what he was doing, or was that the Grammys?
Marco, what are you talking about?
What was Bill Burr doing? The Oscars or the Grammys?
He announced a award for the Grammys.
Oh, okay.
2 weeks ago.
God damn it, Marco. You say a third of a sentence. You make a third of an idea, and then we have to guess what you're talking about.
Wait, what do you mean I say a third of a sentence?
Isn't that what Bill Burr did? What? What did he do?
He brought up the Oscars.
He did what?
Brandon brought up the Oscars, and I was asking if that's what Bill Burr did.
Yeah, but they're nominations. He couldn't have done them.
What does doing the Oscars mean?
Wait, so the Oscars didn't happen?
Is that what Bill Burr did? What does that mean? Did he host it? Did he get an Oscar? Was he there?
Yeah, he talked or something. I don't know.
So again, he had no idea. Did you watch it? No.
No, I just saw Bill Burr trending, and then I saw him on stage giving an award to somebody.
Okay, why didn't you say that though, when you were trying to explain what you were asking?
Because I didn't think that far through at that point.
Okay, why don't you think more before speaking? This is a common thing. Distill in your thoughts and then bring us the final product. Brandon, go ahead.
Okay. All right. This year's nominees for Best Picture: The Father, Judas and the Black Messiah.
Heard of it, didn't see it.
Mank.
Didn't hear about it.
Minari.
Nope.
Nomadland.
May have seen an advertisement for it.
Promising Young Woman.
Of course, I watched it. Great.
Did you? I just know because the other podcasts talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
Sound of Metal. And this one is from earlier in the year, The Trial of the Chicago 7.
Wow, that's terrible.
Did anybody see any of those movies?
I haven't heard of any of those.
Let me see. Actor in leading role. The guy from Sound of Metal.
It's just going to be all the... Yeah, forget about it. This is useless.
Yeah. Right, are there any names of actors that I know on there? Or actresses?
Mark,
yeah.
You want him to randomly list names of actors, hoping that you're going to know one of them?
Just to say that they deserve the win.
Don't you worry, Joe. We've been doing this for a while now. So you know Chadwick Boseman.
Oh, he wins.
He was in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Anthony Hopkins
Don't know.
in the movie The Father. Gary Oldman was in Mank.
Don't know him.
So good on Commissioner Gordon.
He's a comedian, right? Gary Oldman?
Is Gary Oldman? I thought Gary Oldman was Commissioner Gordon in the Batman movies.
I'm thinking of Gary Coleman.
I think you're thinking of Gary Coleman.
Oh, I know who the Oldman is now.
That's why I said it. Steve Yeun in Minari. He was on The Walking Dead.
No idea. Never saw that show.
I'll do actresses in the leading role real quick, and then we can call this Viola Davis, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Is she? She was in a Marvel movie, right?
I believe she was in Justice League.
Oh, okay.
Who hasn't been in a superhero movie?
We're getting to that point.
Yeah, you're getting every.
I can name one. Harrison Ford.
Good job, Marco. He named one.
Fugitive was a Marvel movie.
Wait, was it really?
Yeah.
God damn it.
A lesser-known comic, The Fugitive.
I didn't know that was a comic. I thought he was just a fugitive.
Back in the 80s. It was actually just to push Ford vehicles.
Hold on.
Ford
now
escapes.
I don't know if what you're saying is the truth or not.
All right, guys. I think that's about it.
I would agree.
Brandon, Marco, you're going to want to turn around and look at that joke that threw about 40 feet over your head.
Heyo.
Ooh.
What? How to promote Ford?
All right, guys. We've been Nerds in the Gym. I'm Brandon.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Marco.
All right. You guys stay classy.
Au revoir.
Miss you, Steve.
Stay on for a second.